my fresh home skillets. There's a reason why I say fresh before I say home skillets. If you don't know me enough, well then let me tell you something. I love Splatoon! I love it. It's my favorite game. Splatoon is my favorite series and favorite franchise of pretty much all time, I would say. Ever since I was a little kid, I loved it. When it came out first in 2015, 9-year-old me was sitting there like, whoa. Absolute peak cinema, bro. Anyway, today, or 3 days back, the Nintendo department, right? Nintendo of America, they dropped the Splatoon Raiders trailer and the release date, 23rd of July, 2026, which is in a couple months from now, right? The day I'm recording this, what, April what, 25th? That's like, yeah, 3 months, right? Also, I thought this was going to be part of a Nintendo Direct. I think a lot of us did, but no, there's a common trend and a common trope of Splatoon things related, big related things to do with Splatoon updates and all that. Just releasing on like a random Tuesday, random Wednesday, just a random day. And lo and behold, it was a random Tuesday where I woke up and I just looked at my phone in the morning and I was like, scrolling down. Oh, YouTube. It's like, oh, Splatoon Raiders. Splatoon Raiders trailer and full gameplay. And I'm like, okay, what? But anyway, I'm so excited to see this game. Now I don't really have a Switch 2 at the moment, but I do now have a job. So yeah, appreciate you again. Thank you. I think you would have clapped for that. So like, I appreciate you again, double appreciation. So I can't wait to play this when it comes out. I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order it yet because I don't have, you know, the console, but what I do want to do and what I can do is check out the trailer again. Now I have already checked out the trailer on my Twitch. Go follow if you ain't following already. Link in description. And it was cool, but that was the day when I actually ended up quitting the stream early because I started to sleep on stream. I was so tired. So what I want to do is I want to give this another look. We're gonna watch it together. And we're gonna break it down bit by bit. Buckle your seatbelts! Let's go. I'm never doing that again, I apologize. We on a ship. Hey, mechanic! Hey, where did our mechanic get to? Have you been outside this whole time? I hope you haven't caught a cold. Nah, not me. The hairstyles. Cold. See how that music just kind of gradually went in? We ain't rocking the monobrow, I can tell you that. I can tell you that for nothing. Hey, I'm loving this music. So I know I've been silent like this whole time, but I'm just loving this music. It just puts you in the mood. I'm like, okay, let's cook. Shimmy. July 23rd, 2026, a single player focused Splatoon game, Splatoon Raiders. And they already got amiibos for it. Holy schmoly. What's Fry sitting on? What is that? Is that a boy? I think that's a boy. I think that's a boy. Got nets and some bandages. Holy, I love the designs. So there we have it. There is the trailer in its entirety. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little breakdown of the things that we can see. Well, the things that I can see that I kind of want to point out and just hone in on, because I think a lot of people were interested to see where this next game would take place. Whether it would be like a previous thing or an after thing, or, you know, before or after the events of the Great Flood and everything like that. But of course, well, we knew 10 months ago when they announced that it was going to be released, it was going to be after, because with Shiver Fry and Big Man there, it wouldn't be alive if it was before. But it's just interesting to see the location, because the location looks old and ancient and it's just rusted and everything is old, right? So it's quite interesting. So let's have a little look again. So first and foremost, we can actually pause it here. So this is a ship. This looks like it's just kind of floating there, just chilling there. But I think this is going to be like the main lobby that we're in, because I think the way we went, it was like down here on this little bit as well. We went to go tinker, right? You saw later on we went to go tinker. And also later on, we see Big Man get flung from inside a robot, and it's this crane that flings him. And I think that's also maybe flinging us to the island to check out, you know, whatever's going on and defeat the salmonids and everything. So this looks like the main hub, the lobby, if you would. All these boards piled up. Just what one might call trash, right? What one might call trash, and it just floats on the water. They pick it up and it's just... Also, sorry, this looks like a massive tornado. I didn't even catch this originally. I think this is just clouds, but it looks like a storm. There's the little radio we see. Old helmet, looks like an astronaut helmet. This looks like the helmet that you can get. This is like the it's the gear that you can already get as part of the game. So can we talk about the hair though? Can we talk about the hair? Why can we not keep this hair? That's my question. Why can we not keep this hair? Because we saw the hairstyles later. Why can't we keep it? Also, it says how do you want to sound, which is, I guess, if people can't tell, that that's girl boy. It helps people, right? I mean, the way we can tell is just the eyebrows, right? But some people might not catch that because it's such a little detail. The drip is kind of cool though. Just a shirt tied around our waist and that, just a dress shirt on. And also look at the hairstyle. So we start off, the base hairstyle is this. So it's got like one of those little hooks, which people use for fishing. Of course, fish mouth goes in there, put it in our hair. We got some rope. Oh, this got a certain name to it though. This looks like the Japanese style rope. It's like a way of weaving. They used it in Your Name. If any of you have watched Your Name, it's the same kind, I think. Or it might just be rope. I might be looking too deep into it. I don't know. This, of course, fishing net. I thought the hair was meant to be like a part of them anyway, of their body. So does that not hurt? Does that not hurt? But then again, they get their hair cut, so I'm not surprised that it probably doesn't hurt. Interesting style though. This one, I don't even really know. I don't know. Also, the eyebrows are eyebrowing. Look, it's like the Nike symbol. I didn't even catch that. Kind of rocking with it though. Old school TV cables. Who remembers those TV cables? When you had to plug in your TV and you wanted to plug in like the Wii or something, or like something else, a different appliance, like the old PlayStations, you had to plug these in. I remember that so much growing up as a kid. Here again, spork. Fork, plastic. So maybe not too ancient, because we see a lot of plastic and bottle caps. So this just looks like regular trash. Coat hanger up the top. Whoever's rocking this monobrow, get out of my face. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a fan of this. Not a big fan of the monobrow, but I know some people are gonna look at this and be like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm not one of them. Not me. If you want to rock it, you rock it, but just know that I'm inking you as soon as you come into my vicinity. Done. But if you got the little rubber ducky, I mean, that might be the redemption. Eye color is the same. Yep. I love that little smirk. I love that little smirk when you grab the hammer and just go, yeah, I love it. Now these, interested in these because I didn't catch this initially, but rewatching it again, I kind of looked at it and I was like, hold on. These look like old statues of some sort. And also, are these massive sea sponges? Also, these little crystals at the bottom, is that like sugar crystals, salt crystals? What's that meant to be? Are these vines meant to be cables or are they actually like organic? I think they're meant to be organic because these are massive sea sponges. You can see them actually leaking water over here. So these are just kind of random. Yeah, it's just, oh, that was quick. Hold on. Hold on, that was really quick. Let me try and pause it on time. Ooh, big rusted utensils. Barnacles on there. Again, I don't know if these are meant to be salt or sugar crystals. I'm guessing salt crystals because you need salt water for things to rust, right? Isn't it salt that causes things to rust because it's the oxidization? And these big like statues, I don't know what they're meant to represent. To be fair, I might be missing some details because I haven't actually played like Octo expansion either. I'm planning to though on an upcoming stream, so pay attention to the Twitch. Please follow if you haven't already. But that's going to be fun. I don't know if anything from theirs may be referenced here in terms of like lore wise, I don't know. But just from looking at it, I'm not too sure. Just looks like some random rubbish. Also, can we peep the fits though? Look at the fits, the outfit's cooking. Also, is that a whisk? As a joystick, that is repurposing to its finest. Holy, using a whisk for a joystick to play games? I'm taking tips and tricks. If we go into like an Oblivion, I'm taking tips. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. We got some fishing liners here because we saw her fishing earlier. Big man's got a radio that seems to be working. None of the others have radios though. And he has a little Tamagotchi. Look at the little squid Tamagotchi. Everything is looking good. Interesting plants here. These things, these are interesting because we see the idols. I don't think we can go in there. That's not from what I've seen, but we've seen the idols in there helping us attack the salmonids. So, but these look really derelict. So did we pick these up? Are these ancient like weapons or are they just ancient robots? Previous Inklings used them in the war or something like that? I don't know. Look at them. Look at him run up. Okay, now this is where I'm, see, this is where I'm just not like, bro, why'd it have to be diarrhea colored?
What does that have to do with it?
No, he's got a point.
Why did, you know what, pull up the clip from my stream of me saying that. I have to ban you for that. Is that poo? Brother, is that diarrhea? Are we fighting diarrhea salmonids? Is this just a big chunk of cack? Is that what that is? Oh, I don't know if I want to play the game anymore. Don't tell me I'm going to be swimming around in dookie. Oh no. The dude who's flying out of his mouth. Holy. The dude is flying out of his mouth. Oh no. I really just don't understand why it had to be this color. But you know what? Benefit of the doubt. There's a reason why. I mean, we see a lot of things rusting anyway, so it's like it could be rust. It just doesn't look flattering, does it? Oh, something I didn't see though is these are red. Like the sockeye salmons, these are like red, and also they have baskets like woven beneath them. And these crystals are also more crystals just lining the outside and old bottles, like trying to form the barriers for the stage. But what's that in the background? Old fruit. It looks like rotting fruit in the back. So it looks like they're protecting themselves from whatever like the rust is, I think. This dude, Janky Math Johnson, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Flying fish? Flying salmon fish? I don't know. Interesting plants in the back, and whatever this little blue thing is in the corner, I really don't know what that is. Okay, everyone seems to love this dude. Look at this little dude. He is kind of cute. He is kind of cute when he comes out. Has he got his tongue out? Okay, He is kind of cute. I think the whole community just loves this guy because of how cute he looks, and I don't blame him. But what I don't like is how his breath is infused with cack. Poo! Flying diarrhea, dookie, caca, poo poo, stinky butt. Something as well we see here, look at these pots and pans, they're all rust. Again, rust, there's a heavy emphasis on rust, corrosion, time. So this could be in the, I don't know, this doesn't really seem like the far future. This more just seems like an area that we haven't discovered yet, or an area that's just not near Inkopolis or the Splatlands, you know, anywhere. Also, this little crystal, again, heavy emphasis on crystals. Very, very interesting. Any new types? No, they're just kind of flying out. So it looks like we can call that robot over that has any of the idols inside, and it looks like we can either change the idols or it's different depending on the stage we're in. I think it's probably the second one. It'll probably be functioning the same as like the other, like side order, and not side order, what's it called? The main stories, right? The main stories where you do certain levels and you have a certain criteria to meet it. You can choose maybe certain weapons. Look at the inside, look at the little control panel. Pumping the little fist. So we jump up again. That went flying, so looks like they're not like, what's the word for it? They're not indestructible. They can still be hit, and that's something I think we got to bear in mind, so we don't just keep wasting the callovers, because I'm assuming that'll be also on a meter, which when the meter charges up, we can then call them over or summon them. So again, all these different things working. Oh, this is interesting. This is what I wanted to see. Erp Island, or Erp. Erp. It's like a fart, bro. Erp. Oh, with the doo-doo colored ink as well. Oh, I don't know. This might just be a poorly disguised fetish, bro. Taigoru Island. So we can see this little chest that we have to claim here. Also, these little things in between, I think these are more just for show and detail. But again, massive sea sponges. This looks like a nasty jungle of something. We see the little dudes with the mouths, the flying dudes, the stacked up rust buckets. Also, these new ones, which I haven't seen before, with grills in front of their faces. Never seen that before. But it looks like there's a special gemstone or some sort of special treasure on maybe each island or certain islands that's more important, and we have to collect them. If you look at the bottom left as well, level 4. Not sure what that could be about. I mean, it's a level of, okay, it's a level of some sort. Yeah, I know that, but I mean, in terms of what? Is that just our level, or is that the level for this? Is this just one map? Is there like a separate one? Dungeon menu. See, look, dungeon menu. All new. Tomato Rocks, Salmonid level 4. So it looks like the Salmonid level increases as we get deeper in. Puos Island. Interesting. Gives us a little, okay, so it's all staticky here, but I think once we've cleared it and we grab the chest, it shows us the picture, and that picture might be a little hint towards the bigger picture, right? Searching for treasure. And look all the way over there, How are we gonna get over there? I don't know. After this little thing as well. Not sure what that is, something new. So here's our meter. I think, okay, so I think this is actually just our level, our total level it looks like, and our health can increase because 109 is an odd number. Pretty sure we all start off with 100, so new. And Shiver's level, that must be for the robot. That must be for the robot. Has to be. The more salmonids you kill, the more eggs you get, and then that meter like fills up there. So we can find new weapons, and we can also uncover more of this. So that's probably what we saw earlier. That's what that massive cloud was. It's just undiscovered locations. Zapis Island and Sparta Island. This one looks like it's been taken over by a lot of rust. And here, the crystal again. Big emphasis on crystals. Something to do with uncovering the past, things that are in the crystals, because we see in a second as well. Shiver, who's in the massive robot, drills down into a crystal and it explodes with some bits. Also 3 little chests here, very interesting. Again, more fighting. We see, again, the stacks. We see the UFO here. Here. So it looks like she drills down. Hold on. She drills down into the crystal. And it explodes with some things in amber. Oh, this looks like that one metal that forms those patterns. It's the metal. I forgot what the metal's called. Pop it on the screen, future me, editing me, please. Like here. Yeah, that one. When you dip it in and you take it out and it cools, it forms these structures. Or if you put something inside, sorry, it will form around it. And also it has the chest on the inside, which opens into a treasure, which we can sell. Two-fisted salmonid. Again, rust at the bottom, rust in the eyes, or maybe that's gold that's been rusted over. So this whole thing could actually be gold. And maybe if we take the rust off, it could sell for more. I don't know. It also gives us mid-air jump, equipable on all tanks. So uncovering these treasures doesn't only just pay us, but it also gives us extra abilities for the tanks and maybe possibly us as well. So here's the little station again. A diagram showing where we are. There could be a bigger, I think there's a bigger picture again. I think this, what we're on, maybe has a different purpose or had a different purpose, or maybe it's, again, one part of a big machine, possibly. It looks like here we can tinker with our little bits. Again, our ink vac here, or our ink tank, sorry, not ink vac, ink tank here. And if we go left or right, we can talk to Big Man, which presumably we can upgrade something else. Ship construction. So this is for hell. Ooh, okay. Gadget development. Scrapper's glass window and spiralite shard. So the spiralite is obviously the blue crystals that we'd be seeing. We need them. And then we get this new weapon. Look at this. It's an axe. An ink axe. And an axe. An ink. I don't know. Look at it equipped there. It's so cold. This little tank on the back is cold. And here, again, you can look at some of the Splatoon weapons. They are literally just things shoved on each other like some plastic and whatnot. Like the squiff is just a bottle. But this is like old school. Old hose pipe connected to like a cleaning bottle. A wood base and plastic here. And a plunger. Come on now. Functions like a splatana. Interesting. This looks like a little receiver that they use for like talking to us and communication from the tanks, or any of the idols write to us. A little charm down there as well. Okay. New ability, again, massive sea sponge, and that looks like our objective, or an objective. You see there's all these statues that are like on the objective as well. So again, don't know what that's all about yet. Fishing in the meantime. Okay, this is a lot more. This is a lot more. Bucket here, of course, scrap bucket. I don't know what this is. Looks like a bomb. And this looks like an old curling iron or a mine, but it's like a camp stove on top of a massive yo-yo. What is that meant to be? I don't know what that's meant to be. This up here again. I don't know what that's meant to be. Oh! Did she just throw this? Is that what she threw? Hold on. Yeah, that's what she threw. So it grows. Look at that explosion as well. It grows like all mystical. It grows into a turret. Right, so that's a little turret that we have. So we can equip that. Throw it, grows up. And we'll just shoot at them four. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't clock that. Again, tinkering on here. This is probably where Big Man is. You see where we were doing some tinkering on our weapon. This is where we can go to Big Man and then get our little tank reconstructed or upgraded. Again, throwing all the way to the island. Look how far look how far that threw him. Crazy. And we just get a little outro. Although Fry's eels are there, does that mean we can use Fry's eels or her ability? Because they seem to be intact and not rusted at all. So are we able to use that? All right, so this is our gadgets here. Our main weapon is here. Gadgets. Relic powers from the chests. Tank. We can upgrade the tank. Actually, that's true. This does look bigger than the one back here when we were tinkering on it. Where is it? Here? Yeah, this, look how small this looks compared to at the end over here. Look how big this one looks. Again, we can change up our style, it looks like. Oh, and we can use amiibos to change up our style. So probably with the new amiibos that are released, we can either get Big Man's outfit, Fry's outfit, or Shivers. You know me, going for Fry straight away because Fry is the GOAT. Bot buddy, we can change our bot buddy. So maybe it's not per level. It has to be assigned to one. We can just change it whenever we want. And they each have their own different set of abilities, which is quite interesting. Again, tinker or reassign, which is probably just reassigning which position left or right we use. But looks like we can switch them. We can switch them in between. See, I thought it was a weapon, but it looks like the axe is actually just the gadget. So we can up a splatchet. It's called a splatchet, like a hatchet. Oh, a splatchet. That makes so much more sense than an ink or an inaxe. Okay, yeah, inkaxe. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up on that. Splatchet, I love it. Overpowered attacker, of course, this is just an ability upgrade. Again, with these, explosive step, wow, plus 40% as well, probably because you can upgrade them, right? Vertical slash on, primary slashes are performed vertically, and general damage is increased compared to that of horizontal slashes. So this just gives us more damage. But it also takes away the ability for us to use horizontal splashes, or slashes, should I say, which could possibly be bad in certain situations if there's a lot around you. Might need to line them up more. But it functions like the Grisco Slosher, where we can just one-shot a steelhead like that. Again, we can use Big Man as well, so this looks like a separate thing from the bot buddies. This looks like we can use on certain... Oh, he comes out the bot. I didn't even see that. He jumps out the bot and then he spawns under us. And then we could do big damage there. Why is she whispering in our ear? Hot breath. Talk about some... Bro, you stink. Bro, you stink. Take a shower. Agent 3 flashback. No! Ah! And again, I thought this was the killer. I thought this was the old killer whale that they brought back. And then I just saw the massive shark and I was like, that's Shivers. Of course, that's Shivers. This. He or she, it, definitely a boss of some sort. Look at that. That's just so weird. It's all mutated and it's got these, again, crystal spikes on it, massive wings. And it looks like we're underground somewhere because this is just like light escaping out, I think. Maybe that's thorns or sea urchins surrounding it so we can't get out. Oh, hold on. I think that's the best one we're going to be doing. There we go. Again, looks like a salmon. These are probably going to be weak spots and weak points up here. So do with that what you will. I think it's probably going to be weak spots. And there might be treasure inside because this looks engorged. Doesn't look healthy. Not one bit. And here, again, we can see a couple bits in the background. All of them have glowing eyes or the salmonids. These bottles are lined up again. Big water bottles. Mushrooms. So it looks like we're going to be going in some caves or in places as well. This looks like a big sink, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. This looks like a sink. Pipes again. It's massive spork. Just can't wait to see it. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. And then again, where we have the little, we have these outfits. Again, Shiva has a little net because it's all to do with trash. I love these sandals though. Also, when I did my last Fry cosplay, I got some sandals that look like this. And I was like, oh yeah, because it just goes well with it. Little do I know that I got the exact sandals that she's wearing here. And that I wore that for my cosplay. It was so funny when I saw them like 10 months ago when they dropped the initial like, oh, there's going to be a new game. I saw this and I was like, I got that already. And I'm doing an updated cosplay, so it's going to be fire. But look at the earring as well. Changed up. No more shark tooth. Looks like they're rocking polar opposites. So Shiv is wearing the silver on the right and Fry's wearing the gold on the left. Outfits as well. Little details here. Look at Big Man as well. Look at Big Man. Can't wait. I honestly can't wait. I can't wait to see it in its entire glory. I can't wait to play it either. Just, I need to grab a Switch 2. That's all. That's all I need to do. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this release, and I hope you guys are too. If you're not interested in Splatoon, then I don't know why that is, and I think you should actually play the game and you'll find out that it's one of the best games ever made. But for those who already do love Splatoon, then I'm glad we were able to watch this and just have a little look together. I'm just really excited. I'm super excited. Look at the top comment here by John Trucks Money, or John Truck Money. They really do always announce these on a random Tuesday. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I couldn't tell you, but it's there. Pre-order it. Do it now! Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys. And if you want to see more content and more Splatoon stuff and streams, please check out the Twitch. I'm trying to post clips more regularly, but I tweak. All right, I tweak. But anyway, check out the Twitch, check out all the other things. Join the Discord as well to stay updated as to when a new video is posted. And when I do stream, I do post my schedule there. Come chat with us. We're cool. Yeah, until then, take it easy. Stay fresh and get Splatoon Raiders. Simple as.